According to this text, Don Pedro of Aragon and his army are coming to Messina tonight.
He must be very near by now. When I left him, he was less than 9 miles from here.
How many noblemen were killed in the battle you just fought?
Not many, and no one important.
A victory in battle is twice as victorious when all the soldiers return home safely. This letter also says that Don Pedro has given honors to a young man from Florence named Claudio.
Claudio deserves to be honored, and Don Pedro has rewarded him accordingly. Claudio has done more than anyone would expect of a man his age. He looks like a lamb but fights like a lion. He has so greatly exceeded all expectations that I can't even describe all he's done.
Has an uncle here in Messina who will be glad to hear this news?
I have delivered letters to his uncle, and he seemed very happy. He got so emotional that he actually looked like he was in pain.
Did he start weeping?
Yes, heavily.
That's a very natural display of affection. There's no face more sincere than one washed in tears, and it's definitely better to cry because you are happy than laugh because you are sad.
Please tell me, has Senor Montanto returned from battle?
I don't know anyone with that name, ma'am. There was no Senor Montalto in our army.
Who are you talking about, niece?
My cousin means Signor Benedict of Padua.
Oh yes, Benedict has returned, and he is as cheerful as ever.
Benedict once put up a public notice in Messina challenging Cupid to an archery match. My uncle's jester accepted the contest on Cupid's behalf, but used toy arrows at the shooting match. But tell me, how many men did he kill and eat in this battle? I promised him I would eat anyone he killed.
For God's sake, Beatrice, you're criticizing Senor Benedict too heavily, but I'm sure he'll get even with you.
Senor Benedict served well in the war.
You had rotten food and he helped you eat it. He's a very brave eater. He has a strong stomach.
He's a good soldier too, lady.
He's a good soldier to a lady. Well then, what is he to a lord?
He's a lord to a lord and a man to a man. He is positively stuffed with honorable virtues.
Absolutely, he is stuffed like a dummy. As for what he's stuffed with, well, nobody's perfect.
Please don't take my niece the wrong way, sir. Benedict and Beatrice have been waging a war of wits between themselves. Whenever they meet, there's a little battle.
And I always win. The last time we fought, he was so dazed by the end that he wasn't much smarter than his horse. So tell me, who is hanging around with these days? Every month, he has a new best friend.
Is that possible?
It's entirely possible. He's incredibly fickle. His affection changes faster than the latest fashion.
I can see you don't like this gentleman.
No, absolutely not. But please tell me, who's his best friend? Isn't there some new swaggery young man?
He spends most of his time with good, noble Claudio.
Oh God, Benedict will plague him like a disease. Benedict is an infection that's easily to catch but hard to get rid of, and he'll drive you crazy once you've been infected. God help Claudio. If he's caught the Benedict, he'll lose all his money before he's screwed.
I'm going to make sure I stay on your good side, lady.
Do that, my friend.
You will never fall victim to Benedict's charms, my niece.
No, not until we see a hot January.
Don Pedro is here. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
My dear Senor Leonardo, hosting my whole army is such a huge burden, but you accept it and me with open arms. Most people choose to avoid trouble, but you run to it.
You are never trouble to this house, your grace. It's comforting when trouble departs, but when you leave, you take happiness with you and leave sorrow in its place.
You take out your duties too cheerfully. This must be your daughter.
That's what her mother always tells me.
Did you doubt that she was your daughter, since you had to ask her mother?
Of course not, Senor Benedict. You were only a child when my daughter was born, and not yet old enough to seduce my wife.
Ha! He got your back, Benedict. Leonardo clearly knows your reputation with women. Seriously though, the lady resembles Leonardo so much that there can be no doubt about who the father is. Congratulations, lady. You resemble a most honorable man.
Well, even if he is her father, I'm sure she wouldn't want to have the head of the old man on her shoulders.
I'm amazed you're still talking, Senor Benedict. No one's listening to you.
Look, It's my dear Lady Disdain. Aren't you dead yet?
How could disdain die when you're here? When you're around, even Lady Courtesy becomes Lady Disdain.
That makes Lady Courtesy a traitor. All ladies love me, except you. It's too bad I'm so hard-hearted, because I really don't love anyone.
Women are lucky then. You would make a nasty suitor. Thankfully, I feel the same way you do. I have no need for romance. I would rather listen to my dog bark at the crow and hear a man swear that he loves me.
Well, I hope you stay in that frame of mind, or some poor man will end up with his face all scratched up.
If he has a face like yours, a good scratching couldn't make him look any worse.
Listen to you, instructing me like a parrot would.
I'd rather be a squawking bird than an animal like you.
I wish my horse moved as fast as your mouth and was as tireless. That's it. I'm done.
You always split out at the argument like this. I know you from before.
And that's everything, Leonato, Claudio, Benedict. My dear friend Leonato has invited you all to stay here at Messina. I told him we'll stay for at least a month, and he says that he hopes we'll stay longer. I think he's actually serious and not just being polite.
I'm being serious, my lord. I welcome you here as well. Now that you and your brother have made friends again, I owe you the same allegiance I owed Don Pedro.
Thank you. I'm not a man who talks a lot, but I thank you.
If it pleases you, Your Highness, will you lead us all inside?
Give me your hand, Leonardo. We will go in together.
Benedict, did you notice Signor Leonato's daughter?
I saw her, but I didn't notice her.
Isn't she a well-mannered young lady?
Do you want my true opinion, or do you want me to criticize her like I do all women?
No, please, speak seriously.
Well, it seems to me that she is too short to be praised highly, too dark to be praised fairly, and too small to be praised greatly. I can only say this about her. If she looked different than she does, she would be ugly, and since she can't be anything but herself, I don't like her.
I'll make sure to remember this fuss you have made in case you ever do fall in love. That'll be news.
If I ever change my mind, you can use me for target practice, and whoever hits the bullseye gets to be a hero.
Well, time will tell. Even the most savage bull is eventually domesticated.
Maybe the bull is, but if I am ever domesticated, you can take that bull's horns and put them right on my forehead, as my wife is sure to cuckold me soon enough. You might as well hang a big sign with enormous lettering around my neck, but instead of it saying horse for hire, it will say, take a look at Benedict, the married man.
Cupid hasn't used all of his arrows in Venice, where the courtesans are famous for making men lovesick. He'll get you quiver and shake. You just have to wait.
That's about as likely as an earthquake.
Oh, you'll soften it as time passes. While you're waiting for that to happen, though, hurry to Leonatos. Give him my respects and tell him I'll definitely be there for dinner, since I know he has gone to great lengths for his meal.
I think I can handle this mission, and so I commit you.
You will become a true lover soon, and exhaust your friends with your endless chatter about your feelings. Look, if you really love the beautiful hero, enjoy it. I will speak to her and her father about the matter, and I'll convince Leonato to promise Hero to you. Isn't that the reason you told me all this?
They call me Claudio too. You can see that I'm sick with love and you're taking care of me in just the right way. But I didn't want you to think that I'm hasty in my emotions. I was going to explain my feelings with a longer story.
Why speak longer than you have to? That's like building a bridge wider than the river it crosses. Whatever gets the job done is best. You love Hero. That's all I need to know to want to find a remedy. They're going to have a custom party with dancing tonight. I'll disguise myself as you pour out my feelings to Hero, taking her prisoner with the force of my love story. Then I'll talk to her father, and in the end, she's yours. Let's get started right away.